Hello and welcome everyone to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. So Merry Christmas to you. I know that to most of the people maybe Christmas itself is like the more celebrated day, but for us in Germany Christmas Eve is the more like important of the 2 days of celebration, or the 3 days of celebration of Christmas. So for me today is like the most interesting or exciting day, and so I say Merry Christmas to you, and of course Merry Vlogmas, because if you're seeing this video you will see, yeah, I did the 24 days of Vlogmas, and yeah, I'm really happy that you stuck with me through all the days, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed what you saw during the last couple of weeks. So we're going to revert to a normal schedule from now on, so I will do like my 5 videos a week. Maybe I miss out on 1 or 2 once in a while, but mainly we're going for the 5 videos in the week again, and don't do something over the weekend, except for like the first weekend of the month, where I usually place my wrap up and TBR on Saturday and Sunday. For this video I had planned, you see with me in the last couple of days I throw around the themes of the videos a bit. I had planned on doing Top 5 Wednesday today, but I didn't really came up with like 5 wintry reads, and I had the feeling I would just show a lot of fantasy books again that I have shown quite often. So I decided to do something different. I decided to do something special for Christmas. No, not really special, but another kind of video. And so I'm going to talk about my reading goals for 2015. First off, of course, I'm talking about my goal in quantity. So for me, mainly reading is something that came up in waves in the past. So what I often had was that, for example, for last year, I read only like 10 books over the course of the first half of the year, but then I read almost like 50 during the second half of the year. So that was like a very, yeah, unbalanced way of reading. And by now being more part of the community of BookTube, and having met a lot of people to buddy read with, I wanted to do a more constant approach on reading, and I personally thought that doing 2 books a week is kind of possible for me. I had like good months where I read 10 or more books in a month, so I'm quite confident that I'm able to do like 2 books a week, and so I would end up at 104 books maybe, and to make it just a round number, I'm trying for 100 books. So if I stick with it and read constantly next year, that should be doable, and yeah, I like to find out if I'm able to do that. And my next goal is to do more buddy reads next year. I think you will see a lot of talk about this on my channel and on other channels. We have like a group of booktubers who are interested in reading science fiction and fantasy books, and we try to organize ourselves a bit and do a few buddy reads over the next couple of months together. There are booktubers in there like Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Sarah from Books and Junk, Samantha from Novels and Nonsense, Chris from The Reading Roads, PT from PT Hilton, Sana from Inkbones Books, Connor from, oh my god, I forgot Connor's channel name. Sorry about that. Giselle from Giselle Bradley is in there, Caitlin from Kitty G, and I'm sure a few others will tag along as well. So we're doing a lot of buddy reads, and I'm really excited about it, because in our buddy read for The Republic of Thieves by Scott Lynch that we did in the beginning of December, we had a lot of fun, and yeah, discussing a book actually yeah, heightened my sense of immersion into the book, and I have the feeling that I'm more aware of what happens in the story and seeing what others think about the story, how others speculate about the ending or certain outcomes is very, very interesting. And so I'm looking forward to do way more buddy reads next year. Another thing I want to do in general is to read series more quickly than I used to. Because normally I have so many books and I have so many different interests in series, in authors, that I mainly end up reading first book in a series after first book in a series. So for example, this year I tried to finish like 12 series during the year, and I failed miserably, and at the end of November I had only finished like 3 series, but I have had read like 45 or even 50 books. So that means that I've read a lot of standalones or only like one book in a given series, and I didn't finish any series or have read more than one book in any given series. And that is something I'd like to change, because now that I have like done it with 2 or 3 series, maybe doing a book a month, um, that is an approach that I really like, because you have more immersion in the story, you don't forget that many details of what happened. And so I think doing, even if I have like a trilogy, then trying to read a book of a trilogy each month, yeah, is something that I want to do. And especially with the buddy reading, that seems to go hand in hand, because it is something that we have down for a lot of the series we want to try, that we say, okay, we read like the first part in January, the second in February, and the last in March. So yeah, these two will go hand in hand. And speaking of series, I'm trying to tackle like 3 big series next year. So you will see me talk about these constantly in my wrap-ups and TBRs, and I wanted to feature them here because yeah. The first one is the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. I really enjoy the Discworld books. I've read a couple of them, maybe 10ish, and most of them are quite a while ago, and I read them in German, and so I already started to experience the Discworld books yeah, in English, in the original way they were meant to be read. And I have read like the first 4 of them. The series is huge, as you as I think you know. It's like 40 books at the moment, so there's a lot of books to read, but I want to start to read a book a month of in the series, and I'm going to start with the 5th volume called Sorcery in January, and then yeah, go on from there. The second series I want to read is a series I have talked about as well on my channel. Is the Shadows of the Abt series by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It's a very interesting world-building system with races based on the traits of insects. So you have people who have aspects of ants, of flies, of moth, of beetles. So the people look like humans or human-like, but they have kind of the traits. For example, if an insect is able to fly, then the race has also wings and is able to fly, stuff like that. And it's a 10-book series, and the series was finished last year, and I've read the first book I think in 2012, and I really enjoyed it, and I want to like finish the series, and I'm going to start that in February. And another series I'm finally going to tackle again is The Wheel of Time. Of course, this is one of the huge fantasy series in the genre, and I have the feeling that I, yeah, have to read it, but I also want to. I tried to read it twice before actually, and I never stuck with it, so I read, like, I think The Eye of the World 2 times now, and I always got stuck in The Great Hunt, in the second book then. And now I'm doing a buddy read for the whole series, at least with Giselle Bradley, and I think PT from PT Hilton also wants to join us. He wanted to do the series as well, a book a month, and he already started, but as we told him that we're going to read it, he said, okay, I can wait until you are caught up, and then yeah, read along with you. And I really hope that due to that buddy reading of the series, I will now stick with the series and yeah, find out what the whole and big and complex Wheel of Time is all about in the end. So, these are my main reading goals for 2015. I hope you enjoyed this little view into my reading future and what's coming up on my channel next year. You will see me talk about these things like the buddy reads and the series, of course, quite often. So that will be something that's going to happen on my channel. Yeah, as I said, I hope you liked this view into the future. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. If you want to know what's coming up on my channel, please look inside the description box. There's a little segment there called On the Horizon. I wish you a good day and hope you get bitten by a really good book too. Merry Christmas.